It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go!
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
If I can have your attention, please. We'll conclude our qualifying press conference here. We have our pole sitter for the 2008 Coke Zero 400, powered by Coca-Cola here at Daytona International Speedway. It's his first career pole in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. And his previous best start was 13th at Dover this year. So Paul Menard, driver number 15, Menard's Virtus Chevrolet out of DEI. Paul, talk about the excitement and the thrill of winning your first career pole and starting up top tomorrow night.
Well, it's obviously a good position to be in. We didn't focus at all on qualifying. Yesterday, all we did was draft practice. So honestly, I had no idea how we'd run by ourselves, but obviously pretty good. I was really happy with the way the car drove in the draft and how fast it was. It really had good speed. So I knew that we'd qualify probably the best that we had all year. So just hats off to everybody at DEI and Earnhardt Childress Racing Engines. Gave us more power. This is the same car that we ran at Talladega a couple months ago, and it was a really fast car there. We ran top 10 basically all day long, and just came back here with the same car, brushed up on it a little bit, and gave it a little more power. So that's what did it.
All right, questions now for Paul. Raise your hand. We'll go with them. Right here's our first one. And we have right over here to David. First we'll go Bob, then David.
Paul, usually crew chiefs have to do some little tricks just to make the car go a little bit quicker. You got anything that you have to be concerned about? You know, sometimes they pull off the power steering belt and do a few other things. Are you concerned you've got a good qualifying car and that maybe you're going to have to wait till that first stop to get it right for the race?
Well, kind of like I said, I mean, we drafted really good. It didn't drive 100% how I wanted, but it was 80% right there. So made an adjustment right at the end of practice when I did our last run, and really got a lot better, really racy, where I could go to the top, I could tug on the wheel, drive it to the bottom, drive around cars. So that's a July race in Daytona is slick, it's hot. That's what you need is just a racy cars. But with that said, yeah, I am a little bit nervous because usually the fast cars aren't necessarily the raceable ones. But we worked on it, like I said, and really would have liked to have that second practice, work on it some more. But the adjustment that we did at the end of practice to make it better, we can do again in the race, so we can keep working in that direction.
Go ahead.
David Pull, when you got to the end of your lap and they told you position one, were you surprised? I mean, obviously, in other words, can you tell in a car like this if it was a fast lap? Someplace you have better sense than others. What was your reaction when you heard it was the number one, and what was your reaction as it kept holding up? Did you expect to get knocked off at some point?
We ran a 48-40, and if we were to run a 50 flat, I wouldn't have known the difference. But you just can't do anything here as a driver. When the 88 went out right before us, he ran a 48-53, I believe. And when Doug, my crew chief, Randolph, said that we're on a 40, I mean, I knew that we'd be top 5, top 10 anyways. I thought for sure one of the go-or-go-home cars would knock us off at the end. Like Bob said, I mean, they're doing things with taking pulleys off and try to eke out a little more speed, but we didn't do anything like that, obviously, and we have a very raceable race car, and like I said, I mean, the go-or-go-homers, I thought one of them might have gotten us, but they didn't.
Other questions? We have one right here and then up front. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dwight.
Dwight Drum, racetape.com. Paul, everybody works hard in the garage and everything, but have you sensed a wave of better results coming? You've done better this year, than in past?
The last two races were probably two of the worst races of my career. We just really sucked. We started off the year pretty good. Had some really good runs, like Bristol. We were, drove up to top 10 and wound up getting in a wreck with some other cars. But I mean, we're running top 5 in Talladega and got turned. We've had good runs. We just haven't had the results to show it. Last 2 races really just were not good, but this is a big boost. So we'll build towards you know, go to Chicago next week. We're testing in Kentucky to get our intermediate track program a little bit better. We've got a test plan for Milwaukee to try to get our short track you know, program better, and we're working hard trying to figure it out.
Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Is your dad here to enjoy this with you?
He's not. He's probably up at the cabin. It's been nice in Wisconsin, so when it's nice, he goes up to northern Wisconsin up on the lake, and I haven't talked to him yet. I talked to him a couple days ago, but I'll try to give him a call tonight for sure.
He might be one of those text messages, maybe.
He doesn't know how to do that. He's never sent an email in his life. His girlfriend has to text for him, and he doesn't have any numbers saved in his cell phone. He's very technology illiterate, but
Gotcha.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, he's good at that.
Other questions for Paul?
Steve Richards with PRN. Paul, you won a couple of nationwide series poles, first cup pole. What does this mean to you personally?
Well, we're in the Bud Shootout, so that's cool. Extra
Yes.
track time in Daytona when we come back, and really, I mean, it's a pole at a plate track like this is not about myself or any driver that gets the pole. It's all about the guys at the shop. I mean, they put their hearts and souls into it. You know, they work so hard on 4 plate races a year to massage the bodies. The COT, it's a lot harder. Obviously, you can't do as much with it, but and the engine shop's been, you know, putting out good horsepower. Every plate track we come to, we've made pretty big, significant gains, and the last couple months they've made more gains to put us in this position with 3 DI cars in the top 10.
David, you have another question? Can we get the mic over to David there, Joanne? Thank you.
You talked about what this meant to your team. What did it mean to DEI for all 3? You put 3 guys in the top 10. After yesterday was the thing with Martin. I mean, obviously that was a tough day yesterday. You bounced back as a group today. Obviously, that's a big morale boost for all you guys. Yeah, it is. I mean, what happened yesterday, I don't know the whole story, but it was obviously very unfortunate. They built a new car, and with the tolerances so close with the COT, it was just off by a little bit, and you know, you saw what happened. So they got their backup car. I believe this is a car that they raced either in the 500 here or at Talladega, so it's proven race car, and they'll be fine. I mean, they didn't qualify that strong, but you know, when you get in the draft, it doesn't really matter. But the 3, you know, the 15, the 1, and or the 15, the 01, and the 8, you know, obviously all in the top 10. We did our homework. Obviously, the 1 car didn't really work with their backup car to get a good qualifying lap, but they'll be fine.
Question right here.
Tony Fabrizio, Tampa Tribune. Mark Martin said that his car in practice was so good that he could pass people on the outside by himself. Is this a horsepower thing? Have you guys figured out something with this engine package, you think?
We've made horsepower gains, yeah. ECR has made gains. Everybody's made gains, you know, all the teams have, but we might have just gained a little bit more than most. We haven't really done a whole lot with this car. Like I said, it's a Talladega race car. We didn't really do a whole lot. We had to put a bumper on it and a rear bumper, a front end rear bumper, just from bump drafting. But other than that, we haven't really touched it. So, yeah, horsepower is probably the most significant gain.
Any other questions for Paul? Okay, Paul, congratulations, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Thank you.